Hey, it's me again. It's coming along. I was kind of going through a rough patch the past few days, so I haven't been able to update it. But what was happening was getting really frustrated and irritated because I was trying to get every single block perfectly to level, like perfect, like within the same distance between the two lines, right? Right. That's, you see how it's right between that, right? And so if it's a little bit higher, like if I lift this up over here, it's gonna throw off the level, right? So anyway, so what I was trying to do was get every single block perfectly level to the other one next to it. And quite honestly, that was really difficult with the technique I was using. I mean, I was able to do it within 95, 98% there. But as I was coming along, I'm like, man, this sucks because if I can't get it to grade, I can't get it to level, then it's gonna look all wonky and stuff, right? And then at some point, I had a couple neighbors come over and just chat with me for a bit, and it occurred to me and we talked about spending time on this base course, because that's the most important, because then that makes everything else easier, right? If it's level, then everything else is gonna be fine. And so after I talked to him, it kind of occurred to me, I'm like, wait, why don't I just double check that the level is fine as it is? And so I decided to get some blocks and and put them on top of what I already have here, and see what happens. And you know what? It's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. These little, level things that I was stressing about and overthinking them, and they're fine. They're fine. And so now I'm kind of like a little get a little confident boost, so I feel good about what I'm doing, and I got a better technique now. Like, I've gone through about a trial and error this whole way up to here. Anything from just scraping the top layer of the base and all that. Well, anyway, so where I'm at now is, my technique is scrape off the top layer of the base, right, for the block. I'm using this guy here. So you just kind of do that. You scrape off the compacted top layer, just the top layer, not too much. And then you kind of I just try to level it out a little bit, like do an X, right? Do an X this way, that way, kind of like a star pattern, and try to get it close to level with that. And then it's kind of like screeding in a way, but per block. And then I put the block on top, and then I kind of make adjustments. And so for big adjustments, I just use the base rock, this stuff. For minor adjustments, I use this. I filtered out the big rocks from the base rock with a bird mesh with this guy. It's kind of annoying to use. I'll make a better way. I'll make a little tool out of it, so I can have a flat thing, and so I basically pour the base rock through here, and it grabs the big rocks, and just a little stuff flows in there. So that made it a lot easier to level. And then for really fine adjustments, I'm using leveling sand. And so that's made things easier. But what has really made things a lot easier was when I was leveling blocks, what I was doing was I was picking it up from one side and kind of tilting it on a pivot, on an axis, like on here or here. So in other words, I was just doing this. One side would be on the ground, and then I would add sand on the side I'm picking up or whatever. What I realized, though, that every time I did that, it would disturb the compacted rock in the sand that I had put there, so the level would go off. And man, I couldn't figure that out, and I was kind kind of, you know, had maybe a couple breakdowns along this route, but it finally clicked. I was like, I can't do that. And so now I just pick up the block. When I need to make adjustments, I pick up the block, I put it somewhere else. I'm just putting it here on the block before, make the adjustments, and then gently put the block back on top. And that has made things a lot easier. I'm not like busting my ass going back and forth. So I'm feeling really good about that. I think by tomorrow I should be able to finish, maybe past the shed by tomorrow. So, oh, another thing, dead blow hammer, the one I was using, exploded on me. Look at this thing. So this side was already breaking apart, and so I started using the other side, and this side was even starting to break apart. But yeah, it's just little beads in there. Anyway, this was a Home Depot purchase. It was like $18, so I guess you get what you pay for. And for $18, it wasn't bad. So I ordered another one, but I also ordered a different brand from Amazon to see if that feels any different. So we'll see. But yeah, that's where I'm at. So at this point, the plan for tomorrow was going to be get as much of the blocks done as I can. What else? Yeah. And then so maybe if I don't finish tomorrow, the day after that, so in 2 more days, finish the base course all the way to the end, and then start filling the sides up with base rock and the center with drain rock, right? Oh, and another thing, I returned the plate compactor because it was just sitting here, and I'm gonna be doing this for like, I'm not gonna need it for a while. And the price of that thing was it's like $100 a day, $400 a week, and like $1,000 a month, plus taxes, plus damage insurance. So you're looking at like $1,300 for a whole month. And so I kind of had to make a decision today. I'm like, I'm gonna need this thing for at least a month. So the whole time that I'm gonna rent this thing's gonna be a month, and I'm gonna need it for the other walls, and I'm gonna need it while I'm back, like I'm backfilling the wall too, and doing the drain rock and all that. So I think at least another 2 weeks, and so at there I'm at a month. And if I'm at a month, then yeah, I'm already at the at the cost of buying one. So I decided to cut the rental short, and not do a whole month and save some money there. And I just went ahead and bought one online. I was gonna buy a cheap one, but I started reading reviews about the engines being really crappy and all this stuff, and so I went and paid a little bit more for one that had a Honda engine in it. It's similar to one I had. It's going to be a 15-inch compactor. It's 120 pounds. It's got a Honda GX 160 in it. It's like 5-6 horsepower, something like that. Anyway, it's a Tomahawk. So, you know, with the money I saved paying someone to do this, I'm going to be able to keep some toys, and that's going to be one of them. I wasn't planning on keeping a plate compactor, but the reality is it's actually going to be useful, because when I get to that section there and the other section over there, it's going to make things a lot easier to be able to use a plate compactor. And if I do want to do pavers here, if I want to do pavers myself here, and I want to do pavers over there, I mean, even to like compact the dirt that's going to be beneath the new shed, I'm going to have to compact all this shit, right? All this. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of like a no-brainer, you know? So yeah, that's where I'm at. And right now, it's the end of day.